Being self-aware doesn't stop self-sabotage. Sometimes it makes it harder to escape. Some people stay stuck because they're too self-aware. The most frustrating kind of self-sabotage is the kind you see coming. Knowing why you do something doesn't automatically stop you from doing it. And for some people, the insight becomes part of the loop. You feel the moment you're about to pull away, procrastinate, override yourself, and instead of stopping, you observe. There's clarity, but no interruption, because awareness creates distance, not force. It shows up as watching yourself make the same choice again, seeing it happen in real time and still not interrupting it. There's clarity, but no leverage. You can name every pattern, every trigger, every reason. Awareness keeps the identity intact. I know myself. I'm working on it. But knowing becomes proof, not leverage. So the pattern survives, wrapped in insight. At some point, the mind learned that understanding was safer than changing. So awareness became the substitute for action. This isn't hypocrisy. It was an intelligent adaptation, one that kept things predictable. And once awareness takes that role, it stops being the exit and becomes the containment. So you don't feel confused, you feel trapped inside your own insight. From the outside, highly self-aware people often look evolved, insightful, reflective, but internally, something very different is happening. There's a type of person who can name their patterns instantly. They know their triggers. They can explain their history clearly. They see the moment they start pulling away, the moment they procrastinate, the moment they override their own intentions, and instead of stopping, they narrate it. There's a strange split, one part observing, another part continuing. The frustration isn't confusion, it's impotence. Self-awareness regulates emotion. By creating distance, it turns experience into something that can be watched. That distance can be stabilizing, but it also removes urgency. Awareness often exists to prevent emotional escalation, not to create change. For many people, awareness isn't there to stop the behavior. It's there to keep the system calm. While the behavior continues, the system stays safe. Because nothing actually changes, everything is explained, processed, and understood without being interrupted. Awareness becomes a buffer, not a break. It protects the story of being someone who is working on themselves. It preserves the identity of someone who understands themselves, even while their life stays the same. This pattern can last for years because nothing feels wrong enough to force interruption. Here's the paradox. The more articulate someone is about their patterns, the easier it is to stay inside them because insight creates the feeling of movement without requiring risk. So self-sabotage doesn't look chaotic, it looks intentional, almost reasonable, and that makes it harder to challenge. Self-awareness was never meant to be the solution. It was meant to be a signal, and when insight stops producing change, it's pointing to something beneath choice and explanation. Until that layer is engaged, understanding will keep watching, while the pattern keeps running.